Ah, an inmendham video production. Yes, by inmendham. Mostly. Alright, well, I was going to do a subject, but I said, oh, I probably should do these stupid comments. So I'll do stupid comments. Anarchy will destroy us. Okay, good enough. Idiot, earthling, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I recently spoke to someone from one of these countries with slums. The bottom line was they didn't need to live there. The only reason they were there is for the dream of living in a city and saving face. Oh yeah, that makes lots of sense. They are more than able to go back to the farmland and not live in dangerous, overcrowded slum. It's their choice in that regard. So they can choose to be dirty and stinky in the suburbs or dirty and stinky in the city. Ah, great choices. Yes. You're an idiot. Whatever. Obviously, people have limited choices, and that's why they choose badly, is because they have a bunch of bad choices. That's why there should be like a universal right to die. It's because, yes, if you have shitty choices, you should at least have the choice to just gracefully say, fuck you. I'm getting out of here. I'm going home. Back to the egg. Anyway. Anarchists fail to see what they are already living in anarchy. No, that's just idiotic, sorry. That's really just plain stupid. If we were living in anarchy, obviously, I would be very busy because I would be doing anarchical things with my day, every day. Anyway, so, this is stupid. The most powerful, well, whatever, clever, ruthless, always win. No, that isn't true either. Go watch The Return of the Jedi or something. And get to dictate the order of the day, facilitated by the minds they employ. By the minds they employ. Oh, they employ minds to facilitate, yes. They have soldiers and such. Whatever. Hardly anarchy again, right? If you have soldiers, you're not living in anarchy. Yeah. So, whatever. There's just no point. People just will not pay any attention to words and their meaning or anything. So, it just doesn't go anywhere. So, this is the, right here we have it. Anarchy doesn't mean no rules or no laws. Yes, it does. It's a fucking explicit definition. I mean, you just, number one. Yeah. No, you got number one wrong, idiot. That's the whole problem here. You're just flying a fake banner of bullshit, and I don't even know what this means. Look, my fisty looks like a what? I'm a wolf or something? I'm playing Wolfman. What did you do? Well, where do you people come from? I mean, I was thinking that maybe it's like professional wrestling. They all grew up watching professional wrestling, and they think this is how the world should work or something. And it's all fun in the end, because no one really gets killed except for the ones that swing from wires and stuff and fall down and die right in front of everybody, and everybody gets a good laugh. Anyway, this is just so fucking stupid. It's a common and dumb misconception. Oh yeah, it's common and dumb to read dictionaries and pay any attention to the word's meaning. Oh yeah, that's just such a stupid fucking thing to do. I mean, you're just being such an obnoxious asshole. I mean, you're making this argument like you've got some kind of truth. And your expectation, I would imagine, is that you're going to convince more than just the most imbecilic morons on earth. You really think this, I mean, maybe he's right. Maybe most people have never, have no understanding of words and their meaning and don't even know what dictionaries are or any of that kind of stuff and can play games like this. But it's a fucking game, idiot. It's just so stupid. There's no reason why our collective community can't have a meeting and develop rules. Oh, like our Congress couldn't have a meeting and develop rules. Oh, like that, you mean. You just don't like the fact that in any one of these things, when any of these rulemaking outside of what your club of anarchists is not going to agree with you. All you're just saying is basically, I just want to be part of my gang of red blackies and, wolfmen. And, we don't want no Hulk Hogan's or whatever playing in our little arena. You're not arguing for anything here that's rational. It has nothing to do with reality. We already know where all this comes from. We know what developed the world that exists was anarchy. It started off as anarchy, and it rolled right into monarchy. And it did to the Native Americans. It does everywhere. It just becomes a stupid might makes right in the end. And that's what you're stuck with. And so quit pretending. The good will get eaten up like, buffalo eat grass. Anyway. And allocate certain people to do peacekeeping and rule enforcement tasks. Oh, to be police officers and such. Just amazing. I mean, that's his definition of anarchy. So anarchy now is, what, minimalist democracy or something? I don't know. I mean, it's just such crap. I mean, you're just saying this is dumber than flat Earth crap, and I'm supposed to take you at all seriously. But you're this is just so stupid. They will. I mean, what is this? Like this is the kind of argument on the internet. There should be some kind of mechanism that just says this is too stupid, too fucking stupid. You broke so many fucking logical rules here. There's no conversation with you because you don't even know what fucking words are and that they have to have fucking standard meaning. You fucking idiot. You can't just turn. You can't just say, well, I'm going to just pretend everything that the word good now means the word bad. And bad means mediocre. There, okay, now everybody let's have a conversation about reality. Idiot. They will be done on a rotational basis so that nobody gets corrupt with permanent power, whatever that means. What, the permanent task? A permanent, chore is going to give somebody power? I think the job defines the man, not the other way around, but whatever. The difference from traditional hierarchical systems is that these decisions will be made democratically. Well, again, where have you been for the last 300 years? Huh? Where each person's voice is heard and has equal power. Well, how exactly are you going to implement that, crazy retard? Yes, let's have a 7 billion people democracy where everybody is a representative and they all have a seat in Congress. No, that ain't gonna work. This is just mush. Not by a small corporate government oligarchy elite. Well, again, they're elected oligarchy. So your job is not to convince people that they need anarchy. Your job is to talk them into not voting for shills for the corporations and to quit voting for their special interest and to quit voting for a democracy that basically treats us as if we're property of a state and property of a town and property of a community. And we're stuck with some all or nothing kind of bullshit democracy that doesn't have anything to do with representing the real people. Why, a democracy that only works if we segregate each other. I mean, that's the irony. Is this? That was the most catastrophic of all the failures of the political system. Is this silly realization, like, oh, let's understand that segregation is bad news, but let's have a democracy that demands it. That you will not have representation unless you segregate geographically. I mean, it's just so stupid. I mean, yeah, encourage blacks. Oh yeah, let's get blacks out of the ghetto and get them into the mainstream where they lose all political representation. Yeah, just doesn't make any fucking sense. So you got to fix that. Nobody's getting around to that, and that's the real issue. And so all you idiots can talk all this gibberish, but it doesn't mean anything. We're not going to have a representative democracy until we figure out that I'm not my geography. My geography is the least important thing about me. What state I live in, or what town, or what county, or all that shit has got to be the most unimportant thing I can put on the list of important things about me. Even though my name is inmendham, it's really quite unimportant. The community can absolutely put limitations on hunting. Well, I don't even know that. The community, so he's calling himself an anarchist, and he's okay with a limitation on hunting, or even abolish it. So you can have a rule that draconian, which I'm for, by the way. But anyway, I'm just saying it's a rather draconian suppression of individual choice, and that's okay. just as good as the state. What the state can do, people in stateless and decentralized societies can do just as well. Well, that's a silly, I think that's just plain silly. You're not going to build any Hoover dams, that's for goddamn sure. You're not going to pull huge amounts of electricity out of Niagara Falls that way, jackass. You're not going to get anything really productive done. You're going to live a mediocre life, vulnerable to the whims of the weather and whatnot. Oh, he's got a whole pile of crap here. Yeah, you just don't deserve me to even read this shit because you can't get number one right, idiot. In fact, they would do a much better job because the state is serving corporate interests first and foremost and really is fundamental purpose. That's really fundamental purpose. Obviously, it's not. It's the interest of the people. Again, you're just not. You're pretending you don't understand how the political system works. But there's a right and a left wing, and the left wing is full of a bunch of what do you want to call them? Freeloaders. Okay, yeah, teachers union, welfare whores, immigrants, you know, all the bums of society. And the right is full of the I got mine, fuck you, and a bunch of religious kooks. And those are the two coalitions fighting each other. Corporations just happen to be feeding off of both. But I you know, again, it's as if the idea of, let's see how to put this. I mean, the shareholders in the corporations are a tiny minority of human population. The top 1%, the ones who really hold all the assets, is a tiny fraction of the human race. But the bottom line is there's a bunch of these NASCAR morons like you, a bunch of these professional spawns of professional wrestling who think these people are admirable. And you want to be them. You want to be billionaires. And so you think this is the way to go. You think this is what society should be. It should be this thing where you buy your lottery tickets and, you know, become a billionaire. I don't know. You're just so fucking vacuously stupid in not recognizing that this has nothing to do with a tiny minority controlling you. It has to do with a bunch of ignorant assholes like yourself who waste their time calling themselves something that isn't even true, doesn't have anything to do with rational definition, and you keep believing in systems that will never produce what you think they'll produce. There's absolutely no evidence that they'll produce anything but the chaos that they're by definition describing. Anarchism and communism are very similar and related. I mean, alright, well now we're done, right? I'm just not going to do this. This is just too stupid. I mean, it can't be. One's control, you know, complete control. The other one's supposed to be complete uncontrol, you idiot. I mean, the two worlds have nothing to do with each other. You're just too fucking goddamn stupid. It's just amazing. I support RBE and abolition of money. Yeah, well, why have something rational like money to do transfers of value? That would be silly. Go ahead and have a commodity monetary system. Okay, go ahead and carry around surplus, and that's what you're talking about. You would have to actually have possession, actual possession of stuff to be able to do any barter, which means that you'll just make everybody into a hoarder, quote unquote, because currency will have actual physical value, like a plow or something. And so instead of things being used, everything will be not used and more expensive. Idiot. I mean, just people are just so stupid. I just hate all of them. Anyway, Gary, I very much enjoy your videos. I want to see you continue as long as possible. In light of the death of Hitch. Hitch. He was one of your faves. I guess he was your buddy. That's why you call him Hitch. A jackass, warmongering kook. I move that you please quit smoking. Oh, will you shut the fuck up? I mean, really. I'm doing this e-cigarette thing for like 6 years now. Newsflash. you know, you people are all so fucking goddamn stupid. I mean, you don't even understand how smoking works. You know what I mean? This first cigarette, the cigarettes I smoked when I was 20 are the ones that will kill me, you fucking dumbass. You don't even know how it works. I mean, cigarette smoking really has to do about creating tar, and the tar is sticky, and radioactive little particles stick to the tar. Okay, and so you essentially get your lungs irradiated, and so you get cancer eventually. That's how it actually works. So the last cigarettes you smoke are for free. They can't possibly kill you. It's the first cigarettes you smoke that kill you, you stupid shit dumb cunt. You know, and again, what business is it of yours, and why should I give a shit about any of this crap? I mean, if you die when you're 70 or you die when you're 80, you think that's going to make a big difference? You think, especially to somebody like me, I would really give a shit about the golden 80 years? You retard. I mean, why don't you go tell people to quit drinking, you retard? Or quit doing goddamn fucking drugs, you dumb cunt. You look like a loopy-dee-doo drug user. And it's even this, the asshole tobacco companies. Oh yes, the one company on earth that actually provided people with what they wanted. Okay? A vessel for consuming the thing they wanted, which was nicotine. They actually figured out engineered ways to put extra nicotine into the cigarettes exactly as the cigarette smokers wanted. And they're asshole companies. And at a fucking rock bottom, dirt simple, crudely simple, dirty, cheap price. They were cheap, efficient delivery systems for the drug I wanted, you jackass. Of all the companies on earth, the asshole tobacco companies were about the least asshole. They actually did what the customer fucking wanted. Oh, Jesus. Don't need your money. No, the tobacco companies aren't stealing my money now. It's you asshole loop-de-doop fucking goddamn fruits that are doing it, you poofter. You're the one stealing my goddamn money now, you motherfucking cunts, under this false notion that somehow if I live to be older and collect more Social Security and more Medicare and more health bullshit, that somehow I'm going to be more productive that way. And that's a fucking lie. So you're too stupid to even figure that part out. That if you this getting all the people to quit smoking isn't going to save you any goddamn money. It's going to cost you a motherfucking cunt fortune. Cigarette smokers were doing society a huge goddamn favor by getting the fuck out of here when they were pretty much useless. All right, unlike alcoholics who are killing babies and kids and friendly little families and whatnot, cigarette smokers aren't doing any of that. You stupid cunt. But you're too fucking stupid. This is stuff that you can know. This isn't hard to figure out stuff. You can do a little tiny bit of honest research and you can know the truth. Alright, give two shits less if you suffered and died of cancer. Yeah, so I don't really care whether they cared whether I died of cancer. That's not the whole fucking point. The whole point is they've been called cancer sticks since Benjamin Franklin. You fucking idiot. Alright, Mark Twain called them cancer sticks. I mean, this is something that's been known about cigarettes for fucking ever. And guess what? Cigarette smokers say, fuck you, I don't care, you jackass. Can you figure that out? I don't give a fuck. You get it? I'm addicted. The addiction is rather functional in the sense that it gives me some control over my mood and disposition. And I don't need you motherfucking fucking twat telling me what I'm allowed to goddamn do in my own, with myself. I mean, should I sit there and regulate how often you stick your thumb up your goddamn fucking twatty little ass? Because you might give yourself ass cancer? Fucking jackass. Why don't you just mind your own goddamn jerky business, you fucking douchebag? But many of us out here on YouTube land do. I don't really give a fuck about that either. Where do I go cash that at the bank? Oh, loop-de-doody cares. Ooh. Yeah, well, I don't give a fuck. Kick those cancer sticks to the curb, brother. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Alright, I've been smoking since I was 11 fucking years old, and I'd never had a bad cigarette in my goddamn life. It's been my best goddamn friend in my whole goddamn life. If I had a choice between you living and me having a cigarette, I would say, give me the goddamn cigarette. I got more use for a cigarette than I got for you. Plain and simple. Cigarettes have been very, very good to me, okay? So fuck you. Ideally, nobody should smoke. The point is, I've said this many times, okay? We should just have a simple law, your death penalty for anyone selling cigarettes to a fucking minor, okay? Minors should never get addicted to cigarettes. And anybody later than that who gets addicted, well, you got to say that's their own stupidity, right? But this whole you're profiting, you fucking, you asshole tobacco companies, no, asshole government. All right, they're sitting there using this money they steal from addicts, okay? Addicts. And they're not taxing my majority vices like fatty donuts and shit. We had a governor here so fat he had to fucking go get surgery to deal with his fatness. Why don't you sit there and say he ain't allowed to do that? Why don't you tell him to stop eating too fucking goddamn much? I mean, fuck you. This hypocrisy is disgusting. Fuck you. I don't even know what are these people doing here. I have a small penis. You mad, bro? I don't know. Half his comments are reasonable, and then the other half you're just saying, fuck you. Some Buddhist loop-de-doo. There will always be people who work hard and strive even more than others. Therefore, there will always be inequity in society. Well, that's really not. That's just too simple an ism. Okay, we already know that most of the wealth isn't held by people that worked hard and earned it. Jackass. So that's really not the subject. Productive people have more resources than lazy people. Again, productive people don't have more resources. That's the whole point. The workers in the middle have been squeezed and soaked and fucking ripped off preposterously by these asshole lazy rich people and these asshole lazy poor people. That's the subject, jackass. The system right now is fine. Well, you're an idiot. As it is, and it's only getting better. Well, they're fucking retarded. There's a mountain of goddamn debt. They have to keep importing people so they can get them to borrow more money so they can finance the debt that exists. So you're just too stupid. I'm sick and tired of you people. Well, you know what? I'm sick and tired of you, fucker. Alright, doing nothing and have word wars. Well, I don't know. I guess you have to have word wars first, shithead, before you have real wars, douchebag. Yeah, I mean, you're too fucking stupid. This is offensive tripe. You know what? Fuck you. Delete. Yeah, fuck you. Stupid, dumbass comment. Anyway. LOL. That's, let's see, this was on the what the fuck video. What rationales are behind rich people who inherit their money from their often criminal forefathers who looted and plundered working class people to get insanely rich? Well, I guess you're asking rhetorical questions. Okay. A small group can get along just fine, but the second one of them becomes greedy and power hungry and trying to control the rest. That's not really what it takes to ruin a game. You know what's going to ruin the game is somebody has bad luck, okay? Their wife gets cancer, it costs $6 million, she dies anyway, he's got huge debts to pay, blah, blah, blah. There's lots of reasons why people say they need more, alright? So, you know, or they can't do the work because I got a sore foot or my brain doesn't work. I mean, I have that. You know, people have circumstances. Circumstances say, I can't play the same way you're playing. And it ends up looking unfair, and the other people say, I don't get you. And they're saying, you're just fucking loafing. And so, yeah, it just gets, then you get into the accusations and the whole thing's over. Alright, and the chaos would inevitably evolve and devolve depending on your point of... Well, I don't think it wouldn't take 4 seconds. You know what, the first thing that's going to be dead in anarchy are the anarchists. Yeah, I'm going to love shooting anarchists. It'd be so much fucking fun. So yeah, they're going to be the first things dead. It doesn't lead to chaos, ha. No, it leads to order. The minute you have fucking anarchy, and I'll tell you, in a year later, you'll have the Queen of France or something, okay? It won't take long at all, especially now, especially if everybody's armed and loaded and got guns and shit. 1 year. 1 year of anarchy, and you'll be back to monarchs, living in castles. Because that'd be the only way you can survive, is you're going to have a moat and all kinds of radar and tanks and shit. The group doesn't have to tolerate the greedy. Whatever that means. Whenever someone becomes power hungry, the group can put them in their place or kick them out. Right, and what do you think they're going to do? You think you're going to steal their shit and they're just going to say fine? No, they're going to go out of town, buy a tank, they're going to come back home and they're going to blow your face off, motherfucker. Yeah, that's what they're going to goddamn do. Yeah, this is so goddamn stupid. I bet these people have never even been in a relationship, right? I mean, you can't. It's almost impossible to get along with women, for more than like a week. And you fuckers are telling me, oh yeah, I can live in happy land and we'll all get along. There'll be no fucking, bull fucking shit. When you're with your friends, I don't know what your friends are. I'd love to see this group together. The friends of the wolf people. I wonder if they're Furbies, or whatever they call them. I wonder if they actually get in their little wolf suits and pretend to be wolves. And smell each other's asses and such. And if someone tries to be the boss, you don't have to obey their orders. Well, unless it's their car and their gas. Well, then you sort of have to. You tell them, hold on, we're all equal here. Yeah. We will vote on what we should do. Oh, you mean like a democracy? Oh, gee. I think I've seen those before. That's anarchism in everyday life. So I guess you're already in anarchy because we have a democracy. We do lots of voting. Don't vote for much, but I mean, it's, it is voting. These people are just too stupid. The group, the friends, the gang, the leaders will rise in those gangs. Well, it's not even a matter of leaders. The fucking dissension will rise. I mean, look, we're just not that compatible. We're all a little egocentric. We all think our shit is more important than everybody else's shit. And it's just, that's the way it is. And you're not going to fix that by pretending it doesn't exist. Silly person. L16, whatever that means. I mean, this guy is just such a cartoon character, right? He's just like some little kid in his underoos. If the community or the workplace that I'm part of is being unfair towards me, I am free to join another community or workplace or friend group collective. This guy's never been out of mommy's basement, trust me. You've never been in a workplace. You fail to understand that the state is... corporate masters are the real gang, the real bullies, the real mob. Their authority and dominance is not justified, so it should be dismantled. Oh, fuck you, you're retarded. Look at this, it keeps still going on and on. There are only a minority of people who are psychopaths and would harm others. Well, I'm certainly one of them. Most people have no problem cooperating with each other. There's absolutely no evidence of that. Just none. People have a big problem cooperating. They get goddamn pissed off if the neighbor lets their goddamn leaves blow on their goddamn lawn. And they would like to, fucking burn their motherfucking cunt house burned down for it sometimes. I mean, they're sick of people parking in front of their house. They're sick of all kinds of shit, and they have to put up with it because all kinds of laws saying you can't beat the crap out of your neighbor. But I'm sure as fuck they want to. How many people don't drive the speed limit unless they see a cop? I don't know. How many people restrain their speed based on the fact that they are worried that cops may exist? Yes, that's true. You fail to understand that the state and its corporate masters are the real gang, the real bullies, the real mob. You fail to understand. Their authority and dominance is not justified, so it should be dismantled. He's quoting L16. Much like a capitalist that sums up everything they don't want to understand because it's so much easier to put the blame on the boogeyman and not the system we all selfishly abide by. I don't know if we do it selfishly. The capitalist system creates these people, and they're not so much psychopaths as narcissists. Well, I think they are. I think Donald Trump's a psychopath. Yeah, he's a lot worse than a narcissist. Anyway, what are you talking about? I'm against inheritance, against capitalism, against nepotism, against classes. Well, classes, you're just going to be stuck with some of that. There's going to be people that are kick-ass, and there's going to be people that are ass. And that's just the way it is, fucker. So there has to be some recognition of that. The point is one of them shouldn't be, there's nobody worth $1 million, and there's nobody worth just $1. So that's, if you just look at it that way, it's figure-outable. I'm an anarcho-communist. You're a communist. I don't think this anarcho crap is just a big fucking pile of shit lie. I want full equality and liberty. When someone has private property that they acquire through inheritance, I see nothing wrong with taking it away and force and spreading it equally among the citizens. Yes, of course. The inheritance is bullshit, right? If human beings are born, let's make it as equal as we can. Just say, look, you're a human being, you're born on Earth, your responsibilities are the same as every other human being on Earth. You have to acquire skills, you have to become useful, you have to do something to justify the methane you're going to produce. Let's see, any male proven to have inseminated a poor woman should have to pay $1,000 per child. Well, that's a little too high. I don't think the ghetto gangbanger guys are going to be able to afford that. But certainly they should have to, or go to jail or something, yes. If you can't control your penis, we should lock it in a cage. If you can't pay it, yes. Look, there should be full accountability. Everybody, nobody born in this country should be a bastard. They all should have fucking goddamn fathers who are known and accountable. I don't subscribe to anarchy, but I think I understand the appeal. Well, then you're retarded. I mean, you do have a retarded icon, so it probably fits that you're retarded. It allows for levels of consent rather than the world's current must consent. Well, I'm just saying you can't really have levels of consent in most circumstances, right? You can't have it for the commons, so all the commons can't be levels of consent. You all got to play by those rules. And things like national defense or something, you can't voluntarily say, yes, I want to protect the country, and then watch the freeloaders take advantage, like the Canadians. You're probably one of those, by the way. You fucking freeloaders. Isn't the basis of freedom the ability to act on refusal to associate? No, I don't think it really is the basis of freedom. And, the basis of freedom is to, in a sense, you got to say things like fairness and deserve are things that, giving people what they deserve is about the biggest act of freedom. I mean, freedom is not having something happen to you that you didn't deserve, right? I mean, it's real freedom to be able to walk somewhere without being molested or raped or mugged or something. That's freedom, and that freedom is based on the fact that you did nothing to warrant the activity. Let's see, freedom, ability to refuse to associate. Now, this refusal to associate just doesn't make any. It doesn't have any use in the world we exist in. Okay, if we could cut the earth into little islands and say the little islands can live all independent of each other, and nobody's going to pollute each other's water, and nobody's going to pollute each other's air, and no one's going to create too much noise, and no one's going to do any of those things, well, then all that freedom to associate shit might make some sense, but it doesn't make any sense in the context of this real world we exist in and the real problems that exist now. So if you have some idea of a way that you can go from the world that we exist in now to some sort of world where we separate all the people based on their genetic character or what kind of music they like, and what kind of food they eat, and I mean, good luck with that, jackass. Libertarians only consent collectively to the rule of law and arbitration. Well, I just, what the hell does that mean? What is that bullshit? I mean, it's the same thing as anything else. You're just saying that they would have a better system? Well, explain the system to me, because I don't see anything different in the fact that you're just saying you just define democracy, and the burden or the collectivization increase steady political until you reach the communism, which is totalitarian. And what? And the burden or the collectivization increase steadily politically until you reach communism, which is totalitarian. Well, I mean, none of that has to be true either. I mean, to say that communism is totalitarian, there's no need that it be, in the sense that if you're just saying communism is, to them that works, to them that is productive, so it just depends on who you're giving it to. If you're just giving it to people based on the fact that they have their hand out, well, that's not going to work. But short of that, there's no need for that. Let's see. Except anarchy would never work in the real world, not the state community level, blah, blah, blah. True. It can work. It will be highly decentralized, highly non-hierarchical societies, small, self-managed communities, if you wish. Again, and how were those at all free? Okay, you're talking, go back to when America was first formed. It was a bunch of communities of goddamn Nazis, fucking witch burning, draconianly control freaky lunatics. I mean, you know, you defamed their God. They were fucking Muslims, for fuck's sake. You know, you did something to piss somebody off, you know, somebody important in the community. You got burned at the stake, motherfucker. So what are you talking about? Jackass. Yeah, like Fallout 3, but who would want to live like that? People who are exploited in horrible wage slavery conditions and by the proletariat. People who work multiple jobs just to get ends meet. Yeah, well, all that stuff can be fixed tomorrow through the democracy if people just vote more correctly. Really. Small self-managed community. I mean, really, you have to make the argument to the lunatics, the NASCAR watching bubbas who sit there and say, oh yeah, pro-America, Donald Trump's America. Blah, 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 he earned it all. Small self-manageable communities isn't a mob versus the mob when it comes to resources. So the community here will dump their shit in the river. Yeah, but exactly. So it's not going to work. Not at all. Communities like companies, like countries, they can delegate representatives, have meetings together. Again, how is this different than the democracy we have already, you stupid, dumb cunt? What's your plan to prevent it to becoming the same thing it is now, you equal kook? You're just so fucking stupid. There will be disputes that are hard to resolve, of course. Well, oh, gee. Will there be conflicts? Of course. Will there be exactly the same thing we have now? Absolutely. You're just too stupid. Sounds like Mad Max. I wonder why people would want such a thing. So naive. Well, it wouldn't even, again, Mad Max wouldn't even exist either, right? Because even the gangs would be killing each other all the time, so there'd be no, it would not function, okay? If everybody's armed and pissed, and there's only 3 loaves of bread and 60 people, well, guess what? Tomorrow there's only going to be 3 loaves of bread and 3 people. And then the next day there might just be 1 guy and 3 loaves of bread. Not everybody wants to be a slave. It's true that most people can't imagine a world where they aren't ruled by a master. Well, I don't even... What, do you think that's true? It's true that most people can't imagine a world where they aren't ruled by a master? You just made that up. Well, everything you say is made up. The argument you must be made apply to every single country on earth. It's they overpopulate, they migrate, invade other places. There's conflicts. So overpopulation and overconsumption are not just anarchical issues. Well, then why are you talking about anarchy? Because obviously we have bigger problems than this. But there are actually a higher chance of war between countries due to nationalism. Oh, again, so you're not going to have any racism or xenophobia or any other kind of stuff in your little anarchy community of happy, bappy, samey people who don't piss each other off. Your little wolf tribe, your little wolf, what do you call it when it, like there's like a Boy Scout badge or something? What do you call those little tribes, the Boy Scout tribes? Call it something. But anyway, what makes you think the world government would do that? False assumption. The opposite is true. Actually, the government's best interest to get people to breed more. Countries with a birth rate and yeah, well, again, yeah, they're encouraging them to have kids only because of the debt problem. There's no one to pay the Social Security if you don't have more people. So they've created systems that are dependent on growth, and those systems have no viability in a sustainable growth circumstance. Eventually, everyone will end up have equal liberty. No, that's just bullshit. You will have tribe eating pears and other tribe eating cows and the third one eating people. Well, whatever. Something like that anyway. Guess that's why they don't want girls and only want to have boys. I don't know what that has to do with anything. If I had a penny for every, so somebody said no laws, no rules, anarchy, communities, great laws, yeah, well, whatever. I don't, you know, this whole fucking inability to use reasonable language is just so irritating. I don't know if I want to. This goes on and on forever and ever here, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll get to some other shit. I might record and post a YouTube video. Wow. Midway between writing and preview for video. Should be up publicly viewable by sunrise. Wow, we're getting there. That was a day ago. I haven't seen it yet there, Alan. Yeah, so, I don't know. Let's see. Apparently YouTube videos often aren't discoverable without a direct link after uploading or something. Just an update. You know, they are discoverable if you don't make them private. So, let's see if he made a video. Videos. Nope, it's got what the fucks in the category, but no videos. Yeah, somehow your channel doesn't have any stuff on it. So I don't know, you broke your channel somehow, so I don't know what to say, but it doesn't have anything listed here. It doesn't, you have to unprivate everything. You have everything privatized or something. But yeah, can't watch a video that you don't have listed. That's true. Let's see, is Imperial and oh, biodegradable man. It's nice to know he's still around. Yeah. Pyro's in rehash. That's all he just rehash. Most dull dependency assholes shag ugly women. It doesn't really, I don't know if that matters. Throw the stereotype in their face, especially bruised ego. Well, no, they don't really care. Yeah, they have a whole different standard for beauty, the poor. You know, I mean, really, they do compare everything to like a pig. You know, she's more fuckable than the pig.